What is going on, everybody? Today we are back with another trade recap. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to show you two trades today. Okay, the very first one I was trying to take it, believe it or not, but I was trying to take it. I went to enter the trade and I was not even logged in to my broker. So by the time I got logged into my broker, I missed the entry and it already ran without me. The second trade was just a trade I faded, and I'll show you why. But you may have seen Powell took it, so I guess it was valid, right? But I personally did not like it. So, you know, that's just kind of where I'm at there. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this recap. So if you just know how the day has been going, we've been kind of bearish, right? Clearly super. Oh wait, let me get the chart on here. Boom. Okay, so we've been super bearish. We have this huge high time for SMT at the high here, and yeah, we've just been dumping, right? We took out all of these forms of liquidity in here. We even reset previous day low at this time, but we had not reached previous month low yet. And in my head, I'm like, yo, why would we not take out these equal lows? So low key, I was still bearish down to these lows, but at the same time, overnight type beat, we kind of got this nice recovery right here. So once we got that recovery, I'm thinking, okay, we could still be bullish, right? Because we have this huge move down. This could just be, boom, a straight recovery. We could come up here at least to these highs type thing, something like that. Also, you see here on midnight open, we have like no manipulation above, which means we probably want to come up here. So there's reasons to be bullish and there's reasons to be bearish, okay? Also, we low-key have these relative equal highs right here. That's a pretty good draw. So another reason to be bullish, right? Let's see. At the 4-hour time frame, let's see. Yeah, so this is what the 4-hour was looking at here. And I wanted this to close, and then I knew we were going to have this 4-hour gap right here. So ideally, we see this open, trade up into this 4-hour gap, and then we catch shorts down, right? But at the same time, we just had this huge move down. We had FOMC coming out, in the afternoon. So I didn't expect too much from this session because we had Iran news overnight. So yeah, I wasn't super, fixated on taking a trade today. I wasn't super fixated on longs either because we had good reason to be bearish. We also had okay reasons to be bullish, right? But really, I wanted to see us trade up into this 4-hour gap that we would create. I know we just traded up here, and we're still in this candle, but at 10 a.m. we're gonna open up a new candle, which would and hopefully make this a 4-hour gap. So then we could trade up into it and then come react off of it, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking going into today. And if I took shorts here, I would have been targeting this previous month low. Okay, I mean, there's nothing else to target. So let's see what we got on the hourly here. On the hourly, we almost have inversed this whole thing. Obviously, if that happens, we won't have a gap on the 4-hour, but we're kind of looking at that as well, right? Also, we're coming into like OTE of this probably. Let's see. I don't know why I put that on. Boom, golden pocket. Yeah, so we're already in OTE, so not a bad place to sell off from. We're retesting the previous day low, not a bad place to sell off from, etc., right? But we're coming into market open. So let's see where we at right here. 8:15. Okay. So what else we got here? That's pretty much everything on that. Boom. On the 15-minute, we had, a very nice gap right here. Oops. Boom. 15-minute gap. I believe I had this one marked out. I may have also had this one marked out as well. Let me see here on the hourly time frame because I remember I had two fair value gaps marked out. I had oh, here we go. I believe I actually had this hourly gap marked out. Let's see. Boom, I think I had that hourly gap marked out. And then also I had 15-minute. I believe I had a 15-minute, but maybe it's just not created yet. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and play this out. So we have reasons to be bullish, we have reasons to be bearish, right? Where is market open? Boom, right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and boom, one candle forward, 5-minute candle. Okay, was that one or two? I don't even know. That was one. Okay, boom. So we went straight up here. So I'm just sitting on my hands right now. I'm low-key waiting till 10 a.m. because that's where I would prefer to take my trade. At this point, right, we're pretty much we don't have a 4 hour gap now, right? There's no 4 hour gap. So the only 4 hour gap we have is this one up here, which is not a bad target either. So I'm thinking maybe, we want to go up to that. So that's another draw you can have, but it doesn't look like we were going to get that 4 hour gap here to sell off from, like we were hoping for, right? Totally okay though, totally okay. Let's see what we do next. Another 5-minute candle, so I'm just sitting on my hands at this point. Next candle. Okay, we get a nice gap right here. Maybe I marked this out. I literally am forgetting what I even marked out here. But anyway, we'll keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. A little bit more. Where we at? 8:45. So we have a 5-minute gap here, okay? This is what I'm thinking as price is developing here. Let's see the 15. Yeah, so I do believe we're going to make this 15-minute gap here, but we'll see. What is this? 45. Okay, so this is the 9 a.m. open. All right. So let me go ahead and mark this out for us. Boom. I mean, 10 a.m. open. Sorry, 9 a.m. for me, but this is a key 10 a.m. open right here. All right. Now, if we go on the 15-minute time frame, here it is. Boom. You can see this 15-minute gap has now developed. So we have these. We have a 15 here, and we have a 1 hour here. So now, at this point, what I'm low-key looking for, because we've clearly broken structure, like to the upside, we're above previous day low, we reclaimed previous week low, and we created a nice 15-minute gap. So I'm low-key looking for price to trade down here, give me a rejection block, and then we take it long up. Also, another thing, when we're looking at this, if we go on the 1 minute here, this is what we're looking at on the 1 minute, okay? And, for the 10 a.m. model, we only had what, 23 points, 24 points of manipulation to the upside, and for me that's not enough, especially because we left relative equal highs here, right? We have boom, the relative equal highs right here, and we also have these highs right here, which I believe are London session highs. So we have let me double check though. Yeah, so we have London session highs right there, and we have relative equal highs right here. So for me, I'm not really looking to short yet, because I would much rather see us manipulate up into these highs and then get a nice close down below and do this, right? If I want to take shorts, this is what I would be looking for. So instead, I'm targeting these equal highs. I'm targeting this high. I want to see price come down, give me a nice rejection, boom, tap it and continue higher. That's what I'm looking to see. And then maybe from here, we get some move like that. So that's what I'm looking for with this 15-minute gap here. So at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting. We could do it on the 1 minute even, maybe. Let's do it. So we let price go forward, forward, forward. Boom. Now we've just now tapped into this 15-minute gap, right? And we had an SMT, but it looks like it's gone now. But we're inside of this. So now we're still not doing anything yet. Nothing's happened yet for us to actually do. So we're just sitting here waiting until we get an entry trigger. And so let's see. Let's move price forward. Okay, so we get now there's a 1 minute rejection block right here. Okay, so if you're a freaking psychopath, I guess you could try to take this, but it's a little bit sketchy because first of all, that's a tiny rejection block, and number two, if we look at like higher time frame, this isn't too convincing yet. It does look pretty solid. It looks great, honestly, in my opinion, but it's not too great. So let's see, the 4 minute. 4 minute is looking decent. 4 minute is looking solid, but it has not closed yet. Let's see what the 3 looks like. I believe the 3 hasn't closed yet either. 3 is about to close in another minute, I believe. Let's see, the 2 minute looks almost good, but we still need to wait on a close. So we really have nothing. So I'm just going to be real. I was just waiting on a 5 minute closure here. And let's see what we get. Go next. Now let me do 1 minute by 1 minute. So here we are. Okay, boom. Next. So you see, if you took that 1 minute rejection block, you were getting absolutely cooked. It looked okay, but it wasn't that great. It was super tiny. I don't like those. So you would have got cooked there, but that's okay if you took it, I guess. But I'm still waiting. Boom. Here is where price finally pushes out, and I believe, yeah, so now price just closed. So right now, this is my entry because we have a 5 minute rejection block coming out of this gap. So here is where I go to place my limit order. It's not like literally I'm placing it right here at the beginning of this next candle, basically. So here, I'll show you. Damn, it's so big. Here we go. So right here is the bottom of that candle, right? And so this is where my entry would be. I'll show you one more time on the 5-minute. I'm placing it right here at the start of this rejection block. Now, also what you need to be able to do is you need to draw this out, put the midpoint right here, and you can see you want to have your stop loss below that midpoint at least. So like a 20-point stop loss here, it looks pretty good, but it's not just that, okay? You also want to make sure that you pull the Fibonacci from the low to the high up here, and you want to find the golden pocket, and you want to make sure your stop loss is under that, which this is. So it's underneath the midpoint and it's underneath the golden pocket, the deepest retracement, the 786. So this is beautiful. Just boom, just like that. So now all you do, literally, how do you create a limit order right here? Whatever, 2 contracts, 1 contract, I don't know. Depends on what you're doing. But target would be up here. You know, I probably would have been targeting these equal highs, which you're going to see is a problem. But you could also just target the key open. If you did that, you're going to be in much better shape. You're risking $400 to make 1.8K here, okay? But we haven't even been, we have not been tagged in yet. So, I believe, right? 18? Oh, I'm straight tripping, bro. No, we still have like 2 minutes left. Hold up. Boom. Right there. But that's not even where you would have entered because let's see. I think I'm kind of tripping here. No, it's still the same. Okay, so dude, it's kind of hard to do this in replay. I'm not used to being in replay mode. 19. Okay, low key, we would have had to wait 1 more minute. Okay, so now, I believe. 5 minute. Damn, bro, what is happening? I'm so confused. Oh yeah. So 19 was the last candle. All right. So you would have been trying to place your entry right after this candle here closed. Sorry, it's so hard to do on replay, but in real time it's so much easier because you can just go here and the candle hasn't developed. So you're waiting for this candle here to close. And once that candle closes, you're placing your entry at the start of this. Everything else is the same. Like you want to find the CE of it, put your stop loss below it, 786, etc. I guess here we entered a little bit early just because, you know, we couldn't tell when the candle closes, or at least I messed up. But regardless, you can see it still got respected, okay? But realistically, your entry should have been this candle on this tap right here, and you can see we respect it a lot better, okay? So this is where you would have been entered, and again, I would have probably been targeting up here, but you're going to see on this trade, you should probably target 10 a.m. open, and at least, I mean, no matter what, you definitely, I would say at this internal low, maybe this internal low here, no, that doesn't even make sense. Either this one, like this black high right here, for this black candle, or right here somewhere, you should have went break even, right? But right here, we're looking very good in this trade still. Let's see, we can play it forward. Boom, gets beautiful delivery. So this is why I'm saying you should have just secured your 1 to 4R right here, almost a 5R. Could you get a 1 to 5? Yeah, you could have got a 1 to 5 right here, static, or you could just target the 10 a.m. open. Again, I would have targeted up here, and you're going to see it wouldn't have hit. But at this point, regardless, you'd be break even because we've taken all these highs. So that's trade number 1, right? That's trade number 1. We get very beautiful delivery out of it. Beautiful. And now, here is trade number 2, okay? So we've already, boom, banged that out. Let me turn this off real quick. Don't really want the executions on here. Okay, boom. Now, this is the 10 a.m. model that Powell trades. You can see we open up here and we trade down. And now, all you have to do is pull the Fibonacci from the high to the low, or you can even pull it from the highest high over here. If you do that, it's a little bit better. Pretty much aligns up with that 10 a.m. open. Then literally all you do is you just place your entry right there. But we also had a decent rejection block right here. There's no SMT here, which kind of makes me not like this. But if you're looking at this, you know, to be honest, right, here's an order block. So we did reject out of something at least, or just off of this rejection block. So this is a rejection block, not an A+ one, but it is one, and it's supporting price. Let me see. I don't believe there's one on the 5-minute, but there could be. Yeah, I mean, there is this one, I guess, but I don't really like it again. So really just this and the order block here as well. This is a decent order block as well aligned. So there is some stuff here, but again, the reason I wouldn't have liked this trade is because we have these equal highs right here, and we have this London session high right up here as well. So we have London session highs and we have equal highs. And if you're looking at this on a higher time frame, low key, this is like triple equal highs right here, relative triple equal highs. So when that happens, I'm looking for a bigger move up, and then we can come down and retest it. But today you can see this move played out great, and a ton of people took this because, I mean, they're just pattern trading 10 a.m. open, which is okay, I guess. It played out, and it is going to play out pretty often. But I didn't take this because of the reason I just showed you. The trade I was trying to take, again, because you saw how quick this first trade was. Let me show you again. Like, we're longing literally right here, the very first minute. Our stop loss is just below the wick. I mean, just below the CE. So, like, right in there. And again, you literally had to get entered. So, candle opened up right here. The 1 minute candle. My bad. The 1 minute candle opened up right here, and you had this much time. Like, all we did is just came down, tapped it, and went up. So you had that much time to place your entry, stop loss, and like low key, you also had to draw out the CE of the wick. You had to draw out the golden pocket, like all that stuff. And I just didn't get it done in time. And we ran 5R, boom, and then yeah, this one played out. And a lot of people took this trade here. Again, I'll show you it one more time. Pull golden pocket from the high up here. It could be this one or this one. Either way, it lines up decently well. And then you would literally place your limit right here, stop loss either at these highs or, I don't know, somewhere in here. I don't know. Again, I didn't really like this trade, so I didn't take it, but I guess it would be like a 30-point stop loss, maybe 28 points. I don't know. It's kind of rough. But this trade, if you were bearish, I mean, this is probably a decent trade, I guess, but I don't know how you would have done. I just can't imagine taking this with those equal highs, but a ton of people did, so I'm recapping it for you guys anyway. But, I mean, this trade obviously bangs, right? Because the rest of the day, again, we were bearish. Dude, where's the next button? Here we go. Boom. And you can see this thing plays out pretty beautifully. So, come down, front run that 1 hour, that 1 hour gap. But price still sells off all the way down here through it. And I believe, how far down do we come? I believe we came all the way down. Dude, somewhere crazy, bro. Where's previous? Dude, where did the previous, where's this previous month low? I believe we took that out. We low-key may not have. I can't remember. I didn't watch charts the whole day. I was already off by this point, but I believe we did. No, we definitely didn't. So that would have been your trade. I mean, it ran, what did it run? 1 to 12R if you put your stop at the high. So you can see those are the two trades we were looking at. But those are the types of trades I'm trying to take. I was off Discord the entire time while I was trading, and you can see it was working out beautifully. Unfortunately, I missed that trade. It is what it is. It happens. I wasn't even too keen on taking a trade today, so I'm not too mad that I missed it because, again, you know, we had FOMC later today. We had Iran news come out overnight, so we dumped all of this price right here. And it wasn't too beautiful. We had that 15-minute gap get created. We got that nice 5-minute rejection block, so I took that. Boom, that was my entry. And that's really all you need. You know what I mean? It's all you need. So beautiful 2 trades today. Didn't take them, but still want to recap them so you guys can get something to learn from, because that's kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know down below in the comments. But hopefully, you know, you guys are learning from these videos. I'm low-key in a couple new Discords just because other guys are trading this strategy more than the one I was in before. Still good Discords, everyone I've been in, but I'm just gonna bounce around. Honestly, F Discord, bro. Just stay off Discord while you're trading. It's bad for your emotions. Like, you're gonna FOMO, you're gonna see people taking trades, and you're gonna be trying to figure out why they took them, etc. And it's just bad. Just trade your own trade, you know. And then after the session, go back and look at what other people were taking, and do that research after the session that you're trading, after you're done. But anyway, hope you guys got something out of that. I'll catch you guys in the next video. But I'm out. It's all for me. Peace.